we're gonna shoot the best video ever. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kustom Life vlog. Today is the day. We're heading out to LST in Conroe, Texas, Lone Star Throwdown, the biggest truck show probably in the country, and we're really excited. So we're gonna be hitting the road right now. The first stop we're gonna make is in Phoenix to pick up Brian from Grinder TV. So you guys have seen this part before, us coming from the desert to Phoenix, so that's kind of boring. So let's just go fast forward to Brian's house, right? Road trip update. We haven't even made it out of the desert and I hit a huge problem. One of the trans cooling lines on the truck just exploded. Yep. Transmission fluid. So now I'm stuck on the side of the road. I have to have it towed to a repair shop and see if we can get it repaired today. I'm on the phone with AAA right now to get it towed. Tow truck's on its way. I'm gonna get it towed to a repair shop, get this thing fixed up pretty fast. The only problem is we got the trailer and my AAA doesn't cover the trailer, so gonna have to figure that part out. But getting the truck repaired. Hopefully we can still get out of here today. The repair shop seems pretty confident that they're gonna fix it. Broken truck update. It's fixed. I'm driving it right now. It was a trans cooling line, so from the transmission to the radiator was a rubber cooling line that exploded, and it only cost me $140, and they had it replaced in like an hour, in like 2 hours. And so back on the road, I have to go get the trailer. I had to leave the trailer there on the side of the road. Huge thank you to Doug for coming to pick it up and take it back to my pad for me. That helped me out a lot. Turns out AAA doesn't cover trailers if you don't have their RV coverage as well. Got the trailer hooked up to the truck, and take two on the road trip out to LST. Made it here to Phoenix, and man, what a journey with all the stuff that went down. I just want to chill, relax for a little minute, have a little refreshment, and get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna be meeting everybody up who's gonna be going on the cruise. So see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 of the LST trip. We're in Phoenix right now, and we're getting on the road, ready to meet up with the rest of the C10 guys to make our second leg of the trip. So we did our first leg of the trip. That was from SoCal to Phoenix, and now the second leg of the trip is going to be from Phoenix to a place called Fort Stockton, and we have some issues with that tiny little town, which we'll get into later. But yeah, it's not our favorite little town. All right, LST road trip update. We are outside of Phoenix and on our way. We're moving pretty quickly, and we're trying to catch up with Ronnie and the other C10 guys. We've been obsessively checking the weather, and it's not looking good. It's looking like rain in Conroe this weekend. Crossed our fingers, hopefully it won't be too bad. Texas is known for its just crazy weather, like 4 seasons in one day kind of weather. But so a little rain isn't gonna be too bad, but right now it's saying like 90% chance of thunderstorms. So yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with that as well. All right, LST travel update. We caught up with the C10 guys. What's up, Ronnie?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? What are we doing?
Eastbound and down to the Throwdown 2.0 2018.
I'm super excited we actually caught up with you guys. I was a little concerned in the beginning. I was a little concerned.
What we do is we know how Brian from Grinder. You guys know Brian from Grinder?
I know Brian from Grinder. I know how that guy is.
Heavy on sleep, light on the love. We're trying to get it heavy on the love, light on the sleep. But it's a work in progress.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm
psyched.
You
came out from Cali again.
I did, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm psyched. I'm ready to get down.
Get down.
On eastbound and down.
Get down on eastbound and down. Not the get down, but the uptown or the brown town or the downtown. 2018, eastbound down to the Throwdown.
All the towns. LST road trip update. We're in this little town called Lordsburg in New Mexico, and Ronnie's truck here, Yellowstone, is having some trouble. It's got a carrier bearing issue, and the carrier bearing seems to be going out. So we're in this tiny little town at these tiny little shops, kind of going from each one to find out if he can get it repaired and get back on the road. We're on the side of the road, and they've located the part, and now they're just trying to find a shop to press it, but I think they've already got that solved. So we got these guys behind us, they got some tools out. We're on the side of the road with the truck up on like the sidewalk here to get underneath of it to pull the drive shaft out to get the bearing changed. And when you're on these road trips and kind of out in the middle of nowhere, this is total improvisation. These guys got it. Everything looks fine. It doesn't seem to be broken or anything. I think what's happening is as low as the truck is, it's binding up the drive shaft a little bit and causing the carrier bearing to vibrate. But we stopped at a Ford dealership here in this little town, and the mechanics over here took a look at it. And believe me, I also see the irony that we went to a Ford dealership to fix a Chevy truck with a bunch of C10 guys. So yes, I see the irony in that. But hey, those guys over at the Ford dealership, they helped out a lot. They were really cool. Took a look at everything. What's your name?
Weston.
Weston.
Yeah.
So this is Weston, and he works here in what's the name?
Lordsburg, New Mexico.
Lordsburg, New Mexico, and he works here at the Ford dealership. But he's rocking this on his arm. So this guy, he's a C10 guy.
I'm a Chevy guy.
He's a Chevy guy, and he's helping out the C10 guys here. We're gonna power on through. We're heading to El Paso next to meet up with the group that broke off. But little hiccup, we got through it, and now we're back on the road. LST road trip update. We are in El Paso right now, and it's a little bit later than we expected to get here. We were trying to get here by like 5 o'clock. It is now like almost 7 El Paso time. But right now there's a meet and greet going down. So there's a bunch of C10 guys from El Paso here meeting up with the C10 guys that came from out west. So C10 meet and greet. We caught up with our good friends over at C10 Vatos.
What's up?
So now we're all here in El Paso hanging out. You excited to see some C10s? These are
very excited.
Dope C10s over here. I think we're also going to be grabbing dinner here at the Rainbow Fountain. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, Tortas, Juice Bar, and Grill. That sounds delicious. And El Paso, I guess for those of you who don't know geography, but El Paso is right across the border from Mexico, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to be some legit Mexican food. Alright, so what we got going down right now, I got a barbacoa torta and a horchata going down. And a huge thank you to the owner of Rainbow Torta. He hooked everybody up who came with some food, so like super thankful. Want to give a huge shout out. I'm about to dig into this thing. LST travel update. What is this? Okay, here's the update. It's about midnight, and we finally got to Fort Stockton, and we got into the room. My brain is fried. I've been at it all day. I got very little sleep last night. Only got about 3 hours of sleep in Phoenix, and drove all day to get here. And earlier we ran into a few problems, but got through those and on our way, but put us behind. So we were supposed to be in Fort Stockton earlier this evening, like around 7 or 8, but now it's midnight and we just got here. And once again, my brain is fried. I can't even think right now. So gonna call it a night, and we're gonna get back at it tomorrow and make the final leg from Fort Stockton all the way to Conrail for LST. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. LST travel update. we are in Fort Stockton and it's Thursday morning and we're about to roll out and everything is covered in ice. This is sort of like a taste of what's to come. We've been watching the weather app pretty intently. The weather's not going to be great when we get to Conroe. 80, 90, 100% chance of rain almost every day. So we're a little concerned about that, but we're just gonna have to get through it, man. We didn't drive 2,000 miles just to pack it up and go home. We're gonna get through it. So this is the map that we've been using for this trip, eastbound and down, and we started here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's gonna be ending in Conroe, Texas at LST. And Ronnie from C10 Talk put this together. It's really detailed. It goes through each stop, gas stop, and where we're stopping for the night and stuff like that, even down to the times arriving and leaving and stuff like that. However, yesterday, a lot of this stuff didn't work out. You guys saw the truck broke down. That put us off by a bunch of time. But it's still pretty neat. At least we can know where we're gonna stop. And these guys stop a lot for gas. The trucks, they don't get great gas mileage. So, you know, the stops are only like a couple hundred miles apart. We have some pretty interesting history in this little town. We were here a couple years ago on our way to scraping the coast. It was back in 2016. And we ran into some major problems. We had a truck and trailer with an enclosed with a show truck in it. The trailer broke down and we actually had to leave it here in Fort Stockton to continue on to our trip. So cut to the footage of us leaving a $60,000 show truck in some dude garage we didn't know and headed to Mississippi.
Can you see it good enough?
LST travel update. We have made it. Not to LST. We're not there quite yet. We have to stop at one place that is probably the most happiest place on the planet aside from Disneyland, but pretty damn close. We're at Buc-ee's. Feeling a sandwich. I've been thinking about a Buc-ee's sandwich for like, I don't know, the last 3-4 hours. All right, I'm gonna try something new at Buc-ee's. I've never ordered a sandwich. And you order a sandwich through this system here. We're back in the truck, and I got my delicious turkey melt Buc-ee's sandwich. Let's give this thing a whirl.
Can you see me in that?
No.
Okay. I'm like this.
I'm not gonna show anybody that. All right, here we go. That's it. For $9 for a sandwich, this thing better taste amazing. LST travel update. We have made it to Conroe to the show. However, it has been raining for the last like 3 or 4 days, so the entire grounds behind me, like all the grass is wet and soaking in mud. We're here to set up a booth and we're here to sell our shirts, and we're going on the grass. So we're in this mode of trying to figure out what's going on, how we're gonna set up the booth on top of the mud and not make everything entirely muddy. It is Thursday night and we're here trying to figure that out. On a positive note, we picked up somebody. We got Angie. We picked up Angie from the airport. She flew in. She flew out of Southern California today, Thursday. I left the desert on Tuesday, but she just flew here from Southern California and we picked her up here in Texas. So I got my partner with me. We're figuring out the problem and we're gonna get everything set up and everything's gonna be fine. I think we got a pretty good solution. We'll find out. I'll explain that to you guys in a little bit. Once we get past that problem, I'll explain to you guys how we're gonna fix it. But so far, we're here. We made it. It was a great trip. We had a lot of fun rolling out with all those C10 guys. So now we're here and just gonna set up.